we're going to be looking at both Sandshrew and Alolan Sandshrew. And let's get into it. So, AC 15. Also, CR 1/2. I always forget to add in this to talk about the CR. Anyway, CR is. Sorry, not CR. AC is 15, which is quite high, and that's because defense is very high. Right. So then it has 25-foot movement speed, which isn't much, but it has 25 burst speed and 13 hit points, pretty normal. 14 strength, pretty good, and its lowest stat is deck. Pretty normal stats, I'd say. Now, let's get into the traits. Sandveil. Sandshrew has +2 to AC while in the Sandstorm. I believe in the game, Sandveil is your defense goes up in sandstorms. In this case, AC is like my replacement. Real quick, regarding it, this talks a lot about sandstorms, and the reason is that Sandshrew is meant to like come up in a desert or something, where there might be a sandstorm or something. So, yeah. So that's when you should use these things. If you don't want to use them as a sandstorm, whatever. Go ahead. Don't mind. Do whatever you want. Then we have Sandrush. In the sandstorm, he has +5 to initiative. So effectively, in the sandstorm, it has +7 to initiative in total, and a total of 17 armor class, and water susceptibility. For every gallon of water that Sandshrew is exposed to, takes 1 cold damage. With Slash, which is 4 slashing damage, pretty normal, and its reaction, if targeted by an attack, Sandshrew can roll into a ball, increasing its AC by 2 for 1 round. And you might be thinking, Ollie, why don't you just have it with 17 AC? Well, it talks a lot in the Pokédex about it being able to roll into a ball. So, why not just include that as a reaction? Now, we're going to talk about the Alolan one. And as always with Alolan forms, and like Hisuian and Galarian forms and all that other stuff, it's just going to be more of a comparison between the two than a direct, conversation about them. So regular Sandshrew has 15 AC, but Alolan Sandshrew has 16. Regular has 13, so does this one. Regular has 14 strength, Alolan has 12. Just keep on comparing them. And the vulnerabilities and all that is different. Then regarding the abilities, it has none of the same abilities. And instead has Snow Cloak, which is... and Blush Rush, which is essentially just Sandveil and Sandrush, but in a snowstorm. And also there's no water susceptibility. Slash loses some of the damage, but it doesn't average 2 slashing damage and 1 cold damage. And a reaction, it can cut up into a ball, get increased AC up to 18. So by the way, Alolan Sandshrew's highest possible AC, let's say you're in a snowstorm, it curls up, is 20, which is really high. So it's not really about attacking, but it's more about defense. Also, it's immune to poison being poisoned because it's steel type. That's it with Sandshrew, and I'll see you in the next one.